Okay, good evening, welcome in Talk community. Tonight we have an AMA with FesBNB. Here to talk about that is Justin Time and Sir Trish. So if we could start with just a bit of your background in crypto, would be great.
Hello everyone.
Hi, Crypto Professor.
I will not talk too much here. Uh, Justin and Sostris will explain in answering your question. So I will just introduce what is FesBNB. So FesBNB is aiming to be the safe and fair platform in for everyone. Since FES is stand for every son, and yeah, we are safe because we have done the audit for our token contract and also second contract by Trinos with no major issue. And why we are fair because our staking platform, whoever who stake their first BNB will not get reward in BNB. You know what I mean? Staker
Yeah.
will have their percentage for dividend and holders too. 7.5% for staker and 5% for holders. Just like that, you can.
Okay, yeah, well, I've got some questions down. I've done the research. So yeah, you're building, what's the tokenomics around FesBNB for buys and sells? How does that work?
So yeah, the tokenomics are it's 20%, and we have the white paper which has it listed is 20%. And I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
I can step in, Justin, if you need.
No, it's okay. I hadn't slept yet, and I thought we were introducing ourselves, and so then he started explaining. Yeah, he started explaining the token, and I was not
right. Yeah, no, I did
having
start
everything
with that,
pulled up on my computer. Yeah.
No one answered except Crypto Professor. So yeah, if we can go back to that, then if we can start with a bit of your backgrounds in crypto, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, perfect.
Sure.
So
Justin, I'll go next.
all right.
Yeah. So I'm Sir Tris. You guys may have seen me around before in certain projects. I write a lot of contracts. I'm not usually part of the teams that I write contracts for, besides a handful of projects who keep me on staff just to help with any technical issues. But I've worked with, project. I wrote like Come Rockets, Come Farm, if you guys are familiar with that. I've worked with Aurum Finance and wrote the first, choose your own rewards token that was audited by Solidity Finance. So I've worked with Vanity also, writing their payment handler and platform and working on some really exciting stuff with them as well. I'm the owner of Knights DeFi. So I've been doing Solidity for about a year now. But I'm a lot older than most of the people who are in here. I'm about 40 years old. So I've been programming since I was a little kid. So I spend a lot of time doing it. I'd say I've got about 30 years of experience. Solidity is not really like some magical language. It's not much different than anything else, except you have to be a lot more efficient with it. But I've probably written about 100 contracts, would be my guess. I don't really keep track. I wish I did now, but I'm not usually the deployer. Like for this particular contract, Crypto Professor holds the keys. He's also the one who is KYC'd. But I've got a lot of experience. I've worked with a lot of medium-sized projects. Maybe some people would consider them big. I don't really consider them big, but decent-sized projects. And so I definitely have a lot of experience writing yield farms, NFTs, tokens of different styles, like RFI tokens or reward tokens or whatever you guys can think of. I've probably written a contract that does it. I've written token bridges. I've written pre-sale platforms. So I have a lot of experience, and we are testing a lot. on the contract. Just even now, making sure the staking is just perfect, because it has to be perfect. We've done 3 rounds of full testing so far, and the last round went perfectly. But I'm a perfectionist and want it to be perfect. So I'm going to be spending about 2 hours tonight just making sure everything is perfect for the contract and for the staking platform. So
that's great. Yeah, you're bringing a lot to the table there. Yeah, with all your experience, that's great for FesBNB that we've got you on board. Yeah, so if anyone else wants to introduce a bit of the background of crypto, we could move on to tokenomics. It's up to
Sure.
Tim.
So I'm Justin, and you know, as far as crypto goes, I've watched it for quite a while. And a year ago, I was still on centralized exchanges, didn't know what a seed phrase was, any of that stuff. But I kept, every time I dug into crypto, I kept going, there's another layer. I want to understand. And so then I learned like how to kind of read stuff on BSC scan a little bit and kind of self-taught myself. And I found my way into the BSC space, and got rug pulled a couple times that I thought I, you know, mistransferred something. And so because of that, I like to try to make sure I always am educating people that I find that are new to crypto, because I see that, you know, in doing that, I'm helping keep more money in the hands of people that are going to invest it in a real project. I got heavily involved with Baby XRP, first as a community member and investor, then as an admin, and then helped with under Tindy as the like junior chief operating officer. And then I'd seen Crypto Professor around, so when I found him and he had a project, we talked for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm on board, so let's do this. So, you know, I like to interact with the community, make sure people are able to walk away with a little extra something to keep them safe. And, you know, I'm still learning a lot, and I'll be the first one to tell you on something I don't know, but I'll also be the first one to go try to figure out how. So
Awesome.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah. I mean, the
go.
dev from Baby XRP, yeah, is well known on the BSC, well respected. Yeah, that was great that you got involved with that project. So yeah, if we could just maybe go into tokenomics then, start.
Absolutely. So our tokenomics are 20% both in and out, and that is broken down. Right now, because we are forward thinking and making sure that things are how they should be. And like Serge has said, he's a perfectionist. And well, if you're planning to have an NFT marketplace and have NFTs that you can stake to increase percentages, you're going to have that in the contract. So if you look at the tokenomics, the NFT holders, it's set at 0 right now. We do already have a partnership with Burning Moon, and I can go into that later. But because we have that, we plan on the NFT platform. We've already set in the contract the ability to allocate part of the tokenomics to NFT holders. But right now that is set at 0. Liquidity is set at 1%. The marketing wallet is going to be getting 2%. The development wallet gets 3%, or I'm sorry, 2%. The burn address is also going to be getting 2.5%. And then the staking pools are getting 7.5% of every transaction, and the BNB reflections is 5%. So that in totals of 20%. And then, you know, they are where they can be changed. So as we have the NFTs, and we're going to be able to move the percentages to allocate towards that. But to start off, you know, we wanted to make sure that the functionality of the staking platform, it was already there. So we wanted to have enough of a percentage in there to allow it to be, you know, really appealing. And so that's why that's where it's at right now.
Awesome. And I've read you're building an ecosystem You're going to have other tokens on many other networks before launching the main project. Is the main project FesBNB? And Fes, you're planning as well, also FesBNB, to be on all the blockchains in the future. That's great.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I think I missed the question in that.
Yeah, so yeah, I've read on your website you're building an ecosystem and other tokens in many other networks before the launch in the main project. So is the main project FesBNB? Have you got other projects linked into the ecosystem? And you're planning on FesBNB to be on all the blockchains in the future, which is great.
Yeah, thank you. We have a lot of things to do with our team to creating ecosystem. We will have NFT marketplace, and we will biggest project will be multi-chain launchpad, which means is far from now, maybe in Q1 or 2 maybe we'll launch all our multi-chain launchpad, and we will have another token, of course, to
add to
since
that
we
ecosystem,
yeah
which is going to
to
be
add
the Fez ETH.
face Eve, face Ada, face and anything you want to face be. Thank you.
Awesome. So is the main project FesBNB, and then these will interlink and become an ecosystem supporting each other in the future. Yeah.
Exactly. This is the first block of the ecosystem that we intend to have. And yeah.
Awesome. So you're going to have staking pools, and staking will be rewarded in 5 different blue chip coins. I heard that's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's the verbiage there was actually incorrect. It is not staking pools. It is a single staking pool, which is one of the really unique features of this contract. Sertris wrote the contract where you go and you stake your FesBNB, and it's in a single pool. It's collecting 7.5% of every transaction to be given as the staking rewards. And the way it's doing it though is, so let's just say that it's $50 worth of rewards. It's going to purchase $10 of ETH, ADA, XRP, Cake, and DOT. So you're in one pool, and then you go and you claim, you claim your tokens, and in doing that, you pay one transaction fee, and it's just a regular normal transaction fee. It's not one of those ones where the coding was funny to make it like a $4 or $6 kind of fee. It's just the regular, whatever gas is at the time, and it will drop all 5 of those reward tokens into your wallet. So that is a really cool, unique feature about it. It's, you don't have to pick which one. You don't have to collect 5 different transaction fees or any of that. It's all just in one, and it is your money, and we don't want to have to we're not trying to take a cut of the money for you putting your money into stake or take it out, and we're not trying to hold you there for any period of time that you don't want to be. So all you have to do is pay the gas fees, and you can put your FesBNB in, take it out, claim your rewards. Don't claim them for a couple days, a week, whatever you want. We left it very versatile for the consumer to allow them, true access to their money, and to be able to have that ability to have, not just one pool that you're getting out of it, but 5. And
awesome. So the staking pool's unlocked, so you can put it in for a day or a week or 3 months. Yeah, that's great. And you've got that diversity with 5 different blue chip coins involved. So with the basic tokenomics of the 5% BNB rewards in Fez, is that auto rewards, or How does that work?
Okay, so yeah, so if there's a lot of people that I'm not connecting my wallet to anything, and we don't want those people to lose out. So the way that we set it up was, if you're just holding the token in your wallet because you're going to trade it, or you don't want to connect it and stake it, that's fine. You hold it, and you're going to be able to receive 5% BNB rewards for holding the FesBNB token. But if you do stake it, you go on to FesBNB.io, you go to the DApp, which that icon is right there, nice and centered in the screen. You connect your wallet and you put it on there to stake, and you're getting the 7.5%. So you're getting 50% more rewards for having it staked. And
nice.
not only that, let's say 2 of those trade sideways for 3 months and 3 of them go up. So you got, 5 times the ability to have more from your rewards than if you just kept it and got BNB. Because BNB goes up or it goes down, that's all of it. But if you have it staked, you are diversified into 5 different, very stable, tokens that have a lot of utility and use case. So
Got you. Awesome. And the NFT marketplace, how's that going to work? And are you going to be minting your own NFTs for the community and investors?
So with the NFT marketplace, nothing for it is set in stone yet. So everything is just kind of, it's not 100%, because we haven't written all the contracts, so we haven't had to make all the decisions on all of that yet. But most likely what's going to be, especially at first, is that we're going to build out the marketplace to launch our NFTs, and those NFTs are going to have different features that allow percentage yields, so you can have them and use them for the yield farming, which is where the 0% right now for the NFT holders will come into play. And there's also some plans for like GameFi with the NFTs a little bit. I'm not the most technical, so I know that's the plan, but I don't even understand how to play an NFT game myself yet, to be honest with you. I do own a couple NFTs and they're exciting, and I'm diving into that right now myself. So it's going to be a cool experience. But if we're going to allow for them to be where we're trading with other people's NFTs, or allow other people to list theirs for selling, that stuff hasn't been decided yet. Also, if the NFT marketplace is going to be exclusively BSC, or if we're going to do it BSC and then allow it to multi-chain. I believe Search said there's certain things that you can and can't do because of metadata with that stuff, but we have to make decisions and then go in one direction or the other with it. But when we do the marketplace and release that, we're going to be doing another heavy round of marketing, and at that point starting the development of the launchpad, of the multi-chain launchpad.
Awesome. So
yeah,
you're gonna
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, correct.
Oh, so I was just going to add on for the NFTs. Justin mentioned staking, but we haven't really decided that part yet. You may just get the rewards just for holding, similar to holding any other tokens. If you hold the NFTs, it keeps track of how many you hold, and then you'll get an even percentage of the rewards that are generated by the contract. That was how I envisioned it working, but that's not set in stone. I mean, that's how I was planning to write it, at least. But it's not like Justin said, it's not written yet, so we have time to make some of those decisions and maybe get some community feedback before we finalize some of those details.
Okay, awesome. And so you're going to include farming as well. How will that work?
Sorry, say it again.
You're going to include farming on the FesBNB. How will that work for investors?
Well, the farming right now is just the staking pools. So there's not going to be any kind of like yield farming like in a traditional sense where we're minting tokens or anything. There won't be any of that for this, at least not that we have planned in the immediate future. We always could do a second token that's like a daughter token and do that, but that's a lot of work. I mean, for maybe a short period of time of benefit, whereas I think we could build something that maybe has a little bit better longevity. The staking, though, itself is basically like yield farming, since what you're basically doing is putting in your tokens and then you're getting a higher yield because you're staked. So that's really kind of the incentive there. And then the way that it's working is just buying each of those, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, Cake, and Polkadot coin, kind of like an index fund, and it's rotating through those. So that's really the farming right now. But with the NFT pieces of it, we haven't. It would be just another automated, reward. Probably we may have it to where you would stake the NFTs, but we haven't decided those technical details quite yet. Sorry if I confused you there.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So, did you have a private sale before the pre-sale? How did that work, and how did it go?
Yes, there was a private sale before the pre-sale. I was not a part of the team yet, but I know it went well. We raised 157. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember the decimals. 157, like 0.8 or 0.6 BNB. They were done at the same rate as the pre-sale, which was 85,000 BNB or 85,000 FesBNB for 1 BNB, and then the list price is going to be 80,000. So there's a 5,000 token difference, but that's between list price and pre-sale, and pre-sale and private were the same.
Right. Okay. So with marketing, how's that going to go after the launch? What are you planning in the marketing department?
We have a lot of things to do, like we will doing some press release on cryptodaily.co.uk and bitcoin.com, of course, and a lot more to do. And we will have fast tracking too, and yeah, a lot of partnership with another token. We will still trying to figure it out to partner with a lot of tokens, of course, to get our holders and their holders to get more passive income.
Awesome. So yeah, I can open it up to the team if anyone's got any questions for just-in-time Tris or Crypto Professor.
Yeah, so regarding the partnerships with the other tokens, do you plan on creating kind of vaults for them as well, or how will that work?
We have talked about that actually. Crypto Professor and I did have an idea of being able to add partner tokens as one of the reward tokens as an example, but nothing firm there yet. Maybe Professor, you want to elaborate on that?
Sorry, yeah. I mean, with partnership, we will just try to find a token with staking platform. So we will ask them to put FesBNB into their staking pools, or maybe they have NFT marketplace like Burning Moon. We already partnership with Burning Moon for now, where you can buff our NFT and get passive income from holding that NFT in FastBNB. Thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, for a second I thought that you were gonna build the vaults, but yeah, I know there's a lot of platforms there that offer this kind of services where you can provide your tokens and they create a kind of a staking pool. That's yeah, that's always cool. It gets a lot of exposure. Thank you.
Thank you, Akti.
Okay. Anyone? I can open it up to investors or the team. Anyone got a question for Crypto Professor, just in time, or Sir Trish?
On my side, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to you guys know that private sale and whitelist sale will get their token an hour before we launch, so they have enough time to stake their FesBNB to get, you know, staking reward in 5 blue chip tokens, 5 blue chip coin actually, and ETH, ADA, XRP, Cake, and DAT. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. So with the pre-sale, how can investors get involved? What platform are you launching that on? Is it Pink Sale or DX Swap?
It's it was on Pink Sale. We posted it today at 1600. I do apologize. I worked overnight and then we did the pre-sale, so I haven't gone to sleep yet. But yeah,
That's fair enough. Yeah, I know it's hard work
yeah.
before
But we
launch,
did the pre-sale, and you know, it actually went surprisingly faster than I thought it would, because you know we had a whitelist, and the way the math worked out, everybody almost would have had a max wallet to hit the hard cap, and we hit over, I think it was like 100, and we were almost to the soft cap, I think, when we opened it up, and then once we opened it up, we were closed out of a 600 BNB hard cap within the hour of listing it.
Yeah, the thing I'll say there is I've been a part of a lot of pre-sales, and it filled what I felt was really organically compared to how many of them just fill up like super duper fast. And you're just like, okay, how many of those were bots versus how many were people? But it seemed very, very organic to me. So that looked great to me.
Yeah, because I was in the voice chat, and I was just hanging out with everybody and talking, and you know, there was another very large pre-sale that went on an hour before ours. So even an hour and a half before, there was like 12, 15 people that were just in there. And I was like, all right, like I'm knowing there's other things going on, and there was a couple thousand people in a voice chat. So I was like not confused where people probably were. And then 15, 20 minutes before it started filling up, started getting the usual like pre-launch questions, you know, what's the slippage going to be, the liquidity, the token, not like boom, 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 boom. And the next thing I look down, there's like 140, 150 people in the voice chat as we're going into the launch of the pre-sale. And I was just like, all right, you know, it was, it like you said, it filled up very real. And it was yeah, it was definitely not a botted like 2 or 3 blocks and the whole thing is, wait a minute, how'd that happen? You know, we have a little over 30, a little over 3,000, like 3,100 Telegram members, and like, you know, we had 150 in there, so that's pretty good percentage of, you know, the total community that was just in there right then for it. I feel like, and in the last week, our community has grown by over 1,000, 15, like 1,500 members, I want to say. Because there was like one day I went to work and I was like, yeah, we're hit 2,000, and then it was like 12 hours later and we were at like 2,500, and I'm like, okay. It's like, you know,
Awesome.
everybody's been coming in asking, yeah. And there's been a couple of times I see the number goes down a few, and I know it's because we got rid of deleted accounts, or, you know, we made sure there's not any bots and stuff. So it is very organic, natural, real numbers with that.
Awesome. So it's sold out the pre-sale. So the next time the opportunity for an investor would be Pancake Swap launch. When's that?
That is going to be on the 20th at 1600 UTC.
And what was the soft cap and the hard cap on the pre-sale?
The soft cap was 300 BNB and the hard cap was 600 BNB.
It sold out. What was like the minimum, maximum investment?
0.1, maximum was 2, and we had 677 contributors. So it's a very, healthy amount of wallets. That was also intended in the way that we did the offer of a max of 2 BNB. Obviously, that meant a minimum of 300 holders off the bat. Plus, if there's any that were in the private sale that were not in the pre-sale, maybe. So to have 677, that's I would rather see that than see 300 myself, going in, because that's less people that can just drop the floor right off the bat on you when you're getting that momentum going. That can make people freak out at the beginning of a project sometimes. So I'm very happy with the amount of contributors for it.
That's great. Yeah. So I can ask if any investors have got any questions for Justin, Sam, Trish, or Crypto Professor.
I was just curious. So I know Trish has a lot of experience with the launches and everything, but can you tell us anything about the anti-bot and all this great stuff that you're gonna have like on when it's listed on PancakeSwap? Is there gonna be like a limit of time between buying?
So
Are you imposing? Oh, sorry.
yeah, we do have a max wallet, but there's not really a lot of fancy anti-bot. So you can have hold up to 1% of the supply. So that will prevent like the crazy whales from coming in. But the way that it works for us, because most bots are pretty dumb, we're going to finalize, which will add liquidity, which is when 90% of the bots will fire. And then after that, Crypto Professor added, we need to give people time to pull out and enable trading and everything. So that alone will block most of the bots, and then the 1% max wallet will hopefully prevent the others, because they're going to have to wait until trading's enabled. I've written some pretty complicated anti-bot stuff, and my experience is if you at least can do the first part right, bots don't really mess around too much. I've had one launch where a big bot actually tried to mess with it, and we did catch the bot. But yeah, so trying to keep it leaner this time. It's more of it's a long-term project, right? So it's not as much about just the launch. It's about, giving everybody a fair opportunity to buy early on. But yeah, that's it for the anti-bot. Is we have the liquidity and trading separate, so that you'll be able to add liquidity, and then we'll enable trading after an hour, as Professor mentioned, so people can stake, and that'll catch quite a few. And then the 1% wallet, so none of them are going to be able to buy like 200 BNB worth and own a huge percentage of the supply or anything like that.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I'm guessing you can remove the limit once the project gets going, and maybe you'll have a higher liquidity pool and everything is set. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So the wallet limit can be removed. It can be raised. It can be removed completely. But we want to keep it there until we're quite a lot bigger. We'll say millions of market cap. Let's say the target would maybe be 5 million market cap before we completely lift the limits. But maybe we'll go earlier than that. Depends on what the community wants. That's what I'm hoping we build, is kind of a reputation for listening to the community. I'll be writing contracts mostly, so that's mostly what my role will be in the project, just writing the NFT contracts and that. So I'm not sure that I'll be in chat, every day or multiple times a day or anything. I might be in every day, but probably not for like hours every day. So hopefully the community is really good and gives good feedback, and Crypto Professor and Justin can take the feedback and consult with me and make sure that we're, making good decisions.
And yeah, that's that's one of the things that I will be very involved in, is with the community. I actually 2 days ago, I put in that I'm stepping down and resigning my position, and I'm going to just be a regular associate at my job, so I can still have my insurance. I'm going to work 2 days a week, and so that's going to be happening. But even now, I'm in the voice chat. I open the voice chat at least once or twice a day for a half hour, an hour, and I already said, and it's going to continue, that the voice chat will be open at least twice a day for an hour, a couple hours, depending. When there's people in there hanging out and we're having good conversation, it might be 6 or 7 hours. But I already committed to the community that we're there. We're going to be taking their feedback. We want them to be a part of this. That it's important for them to be a part of it because their money is invested in it. And I really like dealing with people and I like talking with them and interacting. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. Crypto Professor is the lead on marketing. He's a lot of experience in it. And so, other than him going, hey, this is what's happening, I mean, he's the boss. I know he's the CEO, he's the boss. But either way, it's he's got that so handled that it's not even a worry to me. So I'm just making sure everything else is running. I am working with the Twitter and building that up and doing that and getting the community to be involved with it. So the reach has been pretty good on the last couple tweets I've been at from between the reach and the impression or the impressions and the actual like interactions. It's been like 12%. So that's for me, that's pretty good. When you're talking about like 2,000-3,000 views and you got like 500-600 clicks on it. So, we're doing that. And yeah, my girlfriend also is now in crypto full time, like me. And I'm kind of taking her under my wing. So she's learning stuff and she's also going to be involved a lot with the community. So it's exciting and it's helpful. It's an extra set of eyes that communicates directly every day with me that's there with the community. So, it's important because without a good community, it makes it really hard to do a lot of things, and including knowing if you're even looking in the right direction, because you got to have the feedback, or else you're just going spearhead on something, So
So yeah, we can round it off. If there's anything we've missed, you can finish the AMA with about the project, and then I can finish the record and send a copy over to you.
Hello.
Hi, Crypto
guys hear
Professor,
me?
is it? Oh, Ape Master, you've got a question?
Yeah. Is there a tax trading the token between wallets?
Was the question, is there a tax transferring the token between wallets? Let me review it real quick. Rather. I can't recall if we removed the tax on transfers or not. I think there is a transfer tax on this particular token between wallets.
So for staking, there will be tax also?
No. Staking pools will be excluded from the taxes. It's already done. So that's not an issue. Not for staking, just transferring between wallets will pay tax. And guys, I'm really sorry to cut it off. I have to go pick my 6-year-old up off the bus. Sorry, I have to go.
That's okay, Tricia. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah, it's great that FesBNB could be here today. Like I say, you're welcome to post in our chat about the launch and everything for our community.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. This is great.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
See you on launch tomorrow.
thank you
Okay,
guys. Yep.
Take
See you
care.
at
Yeah.
launch.
Look forward to the launch.
Thank you.